Tonight, the good old Spencer. He has a very good track record of setting things up and then leaving the room. Whether that be honky tonk, whether that be doing this live, it's me by myself tonight. So awesome. Thanks. Got this, Dave. I wonder how many people fits his message. Right, got to get on there, got to get supporter. Anyway, so obviously yesterday we announced, or we revealed, if you want to call it that yes, we are network marketers. We are in the direct sales. We also revealed that we align ourselves with a company called Zinzino. Now tonight I'm going to be talking a little bit about why we align with them. And for me, it has to do with what we talked about yesterday about the people that introduced us, Dave and Shan Ives. And it's about having that trust, isn't it? So we already have established an amazing connection and trust Dave's a judgment on this. Secondly, has to come about the products, because we have, as we mentioned before, done other direct sales, and we have kissed a few frogs, and we have stepped our toes into selling the most random things. So when Fitz said he was going to jump in again, and now at the time, don't forget, we weren't looking really, because we had just set up Honky Tonk. So our focus was completely on this, on the Honky Tonk, and that was 7 years ago. And it was after we set it up that Dave introduced us to Zinzino. So why the products on there, and how have they affected me? And tonight, really, I am going to be reaching out to you ladies. So you know when you tell your children to do something and they don't do it because you're too close, because they don't really trust that you've got their best intentions, although we all know as parents we have our children's best intentions. It was a bit like that with Fitz. He'd be saying, we've got to take the supplements. Have you taken your supplements? Have you taken your supplements? And I did in and out, and I didn't really take it seriously because it's Fitz telling me to do it. And I'm thinking, well, we're in the business. We have to be seen, to be on board with what we are promoting. And 70% I was there, but the other 30% was because Fitz was telling me to do it. Now, call me stubborn. I am stubborn, sometimes to my detriment. So let's roll back to 3 years ago when things started changing for me. We were coming at the end of COVID. So life was a bit funny, wasn't it, at that time? But things for me emotionally were really hitting a roller coaster. And Fitz booked us a holiday to buy because he wanted to fix me. And we went out there, and I didn't realise that Dave and Shan were going to be out there. And literally as we arrived and met Dave and Shan, Fitz went, whoosh, there you go, Shan, go fix Zoe. I was teary all the time. Now I've had a lifetime of not mental illness, just unbalanced. I know what depression is like. I know what it feels like to go in your cave. Stay with me. There is a reason I'm talking about all the background. So Dave and Shan and I went for a very long walk. She's a very spiritual person and very connected. And she told me, are you taking supplements? And I just, yeah, kind of, and maybe not really. And she went, are you taking Viva? And I went, yeah, I take 2 a day, don't feel nothing. She went, take 8. She literally said it like that. She was not the honey monster. I said, okay, let's try that. When we came home 3 days later, picked up a box of Viva. Now, this literally changed me for that week. I had been calling friends. I had asked, should I go and see a doctor? I don't know what's happening to me. I now know that I was perimenopausal, and I had been for years, but I'd put it down to the stress of starting a new business, changing lifestyle, the times when I would come out the shop front and go back in and have a good cry and come back out, I just became the norm for me. I just thought that was just what happens when you get stressed. And it is, it is. I took these and I did take 8, probably 10 every day for a week. And I never forget the day that Fitz walked into the office. Not in the office, sorry, the lounge. I remember sitting on our lounge. And he saw me smile for the first time in a very long time. And well, I was really, really down before that. And so I went, oh, yeah, I know, maybe it's that what I'm taking. I don't know what's happened, but I actually feel really good. I actually feel I want to smile. I feel happy. So that was my introduction. And I started to take it a bit more seriously. Roll on another year. Now, menopause is kicking my ass right now. I am putting on weight. I have gone from, I sleep like a corpse, ask Fitz, I will get into a bed and I will literally, I will lie like this. You could put a pencil on the end of the bed and in the morning it will still be there on the edge because I don't move, I don't wake up, I am like a corpse. Well, that all changed when I was going through the huge stages of menopause. I was waking up 7-8 times a night. I had flushes and flashes like someone had put me in an oven. It was horrible. Top on, top off, top on, top off. And I did have a blood test, and yes, I was either towards the end, my menopause, but again, I was saying hospitality and the business had masked so many of my symptoms, but then bang, it hit me. I was getting every single freaking symptom going. So roll on another year. I am taking my supplements a bit more seriously now and I'm adding a few bits in. And let's roll on to this year. It was March this year. Now, Shan and I are very close. And when we speak, because we don't live in the same town, we like to FaceTime. I love to see, and I've got really used to something out there. If you hide behind texts and voice notes, honestly, get your phone and start sending videos to people and calling people on your camera, because it is such a different way of connecting with people. Now, what happened was 4 or 5 times, too many times than it should, I would call and Shan would immediately stop me and go, Zoe, have you taken supplements? Yeah. When? I don't know, probably I missed 4 days this week. Did I take them properly last week? For God's sake, Zoe, please take your supplements. So I thought, okay, this is not Fitz telling me now. I know this works for me. I hadn't connected that cellular health affects everything. It affects your gut, it affects your brain. How many of us women out there have spent half our life on a low-fat diet? Do you know how much of your brain is made up of fat? Your gut, your nervous, your vagus system. Do you know how much of your gut affects your mood? 95% of your serotonin is made in your gut. Now, my supplement health protocol that we recommend includes a gut probiotic. It includes good fats for your brain. It includes all the nutrients that you need. It includes a spa for the mind. Why am I not taking this seriously? So this was back in March. And I went, okay, I'd actually just come off an event that we had. And events are so important. And on that event, I think that was my moment. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm in the business. I'm no longer hiding behind Fitz. I'm in, I get it. But I didn't get it enough for me to look after myself. So when this happened 4 or 5 times with Shan, she'd be saying, for God's sake, please take your supplement, because she could see me dipping. Now, I am somebody that once I dip, once I go, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to go in my cave. I don't deal well with the normal day-to-day stresses of life. And bless my husband, bless any husband out there that are supporting their women through what can be a very uneasy, difficult, confusing time of their life. So I did start taking it seriously. At the same time, I started doing videos on TikTok called Today I Am. Now I'm starting out there going, yeah, I'm going to do Today I Am every day. Whoa, stress, overload, overwhelm, not doing that. But what it did show me was a timeline. I had realized now since March, I had realized that I hadn't had any dips. Now, I'm not saying that our protocol is going to fix your mental well-being and it's one pill and it's everything. But what I'm going to say to you is it made a huge difference to me, in supporting my body. I'm already susceptible to having low moods, but now I've got the menopause in as well. I no longer have any night sweats. I will sleep all the way through the night. I don't have the hot flushes. It literally supports you and allows you to be the best version of you that your body can be. So that's my story, that I haven't had any dips. I haven't wanted to go into my cave. And that's why I'm with Zinzino. I have seen too many testimonials, too many women that we've helped to not want to carry forward this. The fear of doing it wrong, not being perfect, not saying the right thing, thinking that our products are expensive when they're really, really not when it comes to your health. All of that fear is outweighed by wanting to help more women. And I'm not sad. I'm just emotional because I know that it works. And I know how many hundreds and thousands of women out there that are suffering right now. Not only just with my stage of life, but any stage of life. Any mother that wants to look after their children. I wish I had known these products a lot sooner for my dad. When you think about dementia, when Alzheimer's, when you think about anything that's cognitive with the brain, I'm not making any claims for anybody. I'm just saying, in the world, in the modern diet that we have, please just look at putting some goodness to support your body, support your cells at a cellular level. Now, not only do I have how I experienced it, I have the trust. I don't have to have open, blinded faith that, yes, this is all working. We are with such credible people in this industry. And yes, there will be other companies that follow. There's so many, you can see them popping out. They're the thing to do with like testing, don't test, don't guess, get test. That's popping up with other companies, and we need competition. We can't service, or it'd be very difficult to service. I don't know how many people have got on the planet, 8 billion. We are at a revolutionary, an industrial revolution of health. The last time that our health took a massive hit was when we started producing our food in a factory instead of producing our food in the farm. That's when, statistically, and it has been proven, that our health started deteriorating on a cellular level. And the scariest thing about it is you may not know what's going on. There is a fire inside your body called inflammation, caused by modern diet. 100 symptoms of menopause is inflammation. So if we can recommend, and I'm not even attached to the outcome, I just know that our mission is to reach millions and millions of people. What my mission is to reach millions and millions of women with the products. And yes, we said with network marketing to give you a lifestyle choice. At the minute, this is our get out clause because we want the choice, but we also want to have good health at the end of it. So that's me flying solo. That's me taking a lot of these before this live because it just calms. It's not a pill that's going to, I don't want to make claims that like, yeah, take this pill and it's not an antidepressant. Okay. It just levels and balances you out enough not to be so teary on this. I feel very strange without my sidekick here, I have to say. And I'm sure that Fitz, you are out there watching. So tonight really, really does demonstrate, doesn't it, why we're doing what we're doing? Because we had a chef call in sick and now Fitz is not here. And that moment when you get that call, like, got to go in and cover, our shoulders just go, oh, really? And it's not that we don't love our business, but we love to do other things more. We don't want to be tied to that anymore. We want to be free to explore and make other relationships and build relationships and travel with what we have. I don't want to be pulled back in every time. Do you know how much Fitz loves talking? I mean, if you know Fitz, you know he loves talking. So he would sit and talk to people all day long. I'm learning to. I'm more of a one-on-one than a group, but I'm learning to. And that's part of what we were saying this week, how this industry just pushes you out of your comfort zone. My God. You know, when Fitz said to me, I need you to go on the live by yourself tonight, I know, expected me to go, no, I'm not doing that. Going to my cave. Absolutely not. I didn't even tell him until about half an hour when I dropped him off work. So what's tonight's live about? He went, so you're going on. Say that to me 5 years ago, there would be no hell would I go into here. But I'm here with you this evening. I don't even know how long I've been going. About 17 minutes. So I hope you can see the passion that we have for this. I hope you can see the way that we are very connected to what we believe in, and that we don't have to rely on just blind faith. We have the peer reviews, we have the scientific board behind us, and you have my experience personally of what it's like not to use these products and how I am with those products. They have helped me massively, and I would love to help more of you out there. So please get in touch. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow, because tomorrow is Wednesday. We have our third live, and hopefully I've got my sidekick. I don't know what side is going to go on. He'll be with us tomorrow. So for tonight, thank you for joining me. Please come and connect with me directly if you would like to hear and speak to me more and understand the science behind it, or just get a test and get on the products, man. If you are menopausal and you need help, I'd love to be able to help you. So that's me tonight. That's why I do what I do. That's why I believe in Zinzino, and why we will continue to go every day. So for this evening, I'm going to say goodnight now and speak to you tomorrow.